Right, they're going to be on this T side. It's going to be utility in the back pocket of Neelan and Kriaz. It's going to be a double flash and a smoke for him. The rest on Kevlar.
I'm more curious to see what Syman have in store here. They did have some pretty cool ideas. I like some of their anti-ecos, the way they're approaching it. Of course, a lot of mistakes as well on their anti-ecos. But yeah, it's like hints of brilliance at the same time, hints or signs of madness from the CIS teams. And here comes a fast play, but look at the C's pushing it through the smoke. That is madness. And in the smoke, they get completely, utterly annihilated. Finnegan decides not to take part in that. And it's going to leave Sotfik alone on the bomb site. And Finnegan, he waits for the smoke to dissipate, but there's a player waiting for him. And it is Kriaz who will not win the duel. So, making it a little bit more winnable, but Sotfik needs to stay alive.
He really does. And now Sotfik is going to start moving forward. Norbert's head is going to be spotted, but it doesn't really matter because Norbert in with a headshot. It's now Finnegan alone in a 1v3. He's all the way back up on short. Syman have so much control of the side. They're not giving him anything. There's the peak from Mo. I like that setup, actually. So, if Finnegan swings from short, Mo takes the initial damage or spots him, then the double swing can come in from the water pit. Not required because Mo hits the headshot, but it was almost a guaranteed round there from Syman due to that setup in the 3v1.
Yeah, it was. And the play from ESPADA there, like, they sent 4 players down connector, and they exploded out from Squeaky with the, even though the smoke was there. It could have worked if Sotfik had a flashbang for them. You needed flash to just come your way out there instead of just like barreling out hoping to catch someone off guard. And that's the one thing I've noticed from most of these CIS teams I've seen so far, apart from Winstrike, who have looked the best of the few teams, of the few games that we've had the opportunity to cast Dinko. And the fact that they rely too much on hoping that no one's holding that angle, that hoping that no one's going to be spotting them. And that, in my opinion, is not the right way to approach Counter-Strike as a game. You need to play the percentage. You got to go for the percentage plays. You got to rely on the fact that, hey, if you don't know this area, like who's there over here, if you don't have any certain information, we need to assume someone's there and make a play based on that. You just can't go about, just turning your back to a corner, hoping no one's gonna pick you up, no one's gonna pick you off. Because yeah, it might work a couple of rounds, but it is completely unsustainable. Syman Gaming do manage to clinch around very convincingly, a very, very clean anti-eco. And there was a force fight from ESPADA. That means a full eco is going to be coming in for Patsy and his fellow Counter-Strikers. And for Syman Gaming, the 2 MAC-10s still in play in the hands of Norbert and Kriaz.
It's so nice seeing 2 rounds picked up in a row after winning the pistol. There we go. Well, ESPADA, they have got literally nothing here. So Syman should have a very, very easy time with things. Norbert and Kriaz want to pick up some money, get that into the bank account. And look at this pistol stack over towards B. Syman luckily aren't committing to one side of the map just yet. Sometimes we just see teams make weird decisions in these kind of rounds and just stack one side immediately and just run in. And you can always get caught by a pistol stack somewhere. But Syman going for the nice little slow default play, just poking, trying to find some information. ESPADA are doing a good job of just sort of hiding on B as well, not giving anything up, trying to lure them in. But Norbert, he might just be the first victim.
Norbert is biding his time before he can get the kill on Dima, and he does indeed. But now the jig is up. Now they know where the USPs are, where the stack is, and that's the use of having that one player with the MAC-10 or, an MP7 or an SMG when the rest of the team has the rifles. He is afforded to go for this high-risk plays, where even if he does get taken down, it's information clean. And for the CTs, yeah, they pick up a MAC-10 or an SMG, but that's fine. And Kriaz is doing great work with the other MAC-10, just mopping up the CTs. 3 kills. Thank you very much. $1,800 in the bank, and he is gonna find no more because Mo is gonna pick up the final kill. Syman Gaming making it look very, very good indeed, Dinko. They've only lost 3 players in the past 3 rounds, and the money is looking quite flush indeed. The buy, however, is going to be coming in now for ESPADA.
ESPADA, they've got the AWP in the hands of Dagster. He started to show up on Mirage, so let's see if he can do anything with this weapon. If you are just tuning in, we had an absolute madman of a game, I would say. Just, we'll personify the round overall, I think, which is the way to say it. Mirage is just crazy. And, well, a comeback came in from ESPADA that they threw it all away in overtime. And we find ourselves here on the the park in the sewers of Overpass. I think Overpass is probably my favorite map to cast. Like, overall, I think if you get a good game on Overpass, it's really super fun to cast. Because you got so much aggression that can come in on both sides, CT side and T side. It's very proactive all of the time. There's great rotations. There's always great battles, great set pieces you can have. I think it's definitely one of the more entertaining maps to cast.
Absolutely, and obviously it's been a while since we've seen you know, the changes take place. I remember back when Overpass was introduced that it was quite a nightmare of a game, not just to cast but to play as well. And yeah, Valve have definitely done a good thing with this map. It's one of my favorite maps because I feel we need to see more vertical maps, and this map feels like kind of like the spiritual successor to a map like Nuke, right? You got the sites staggered up and down. It's a very different approach from the usual 3-lane maps that we see quite often in Counter-Strike. And hold on, Thoughtfake doing great work finding a double. And despite getting taken down, the trade comes in very quickly for Dima, who just goes for an unnecessarily aggressive stance. That was a 1v3. There was no need for him to aggress in that instance. And Norbert trying his desperate best to try to get the bomb down, but a nice flank from Patsy as ESPADA get their first round on board, despite losing 3 players though.
Yeah, they win the round nonetheless, so they do get a chance now to try and go on a bit of a tear on their CT affair. Syman Gaming carrying right back in though, Buy is in. Mo on the AWP, AKs for the rest. Let's see what Syman have up their sleeve. I think Mo is definitely one of the more exciting players to watch on this map. We've seen him, especially on the CT side, we'll see him get a lot of action up in towards middle, jumping up on top of Party, looking for those early picks. This round though, it's not going to be an initial battle coming in across the board just yet from anyone. ESPADA going for a relatively passive setup on their CT side.
They do have a little bit of a forward position in the hands of Dexter. Nice double nade. Unfortunately, they're going to find anything. The peek comes in. Finnegan's going to do a smart thing. Finds a trade, falls on back. Mo trying to spot someone out. Trying to go for the cheeky boost, but not going to be spawning into CT towards the long. That is Dexter, who's opted to fall on back towards the A bomb site. He's going to be playing the anchor role while his teammate, that's Patsy, tries to support this B bomb site. And this is a interesting gamble rotate taking place. I do see Dexter making his way towards A, and the hit is coming in. Sorry, towards B, I'm sorry. The hit is coming in. They have set up the wall of smokes. Kriaz finds Thoughtfake trying to be aggressive through the smoke, but Finnegan, he's got a lot of work to do. He finds one blinded and trapped, and that is going to be the round. Dexter, I don't really fancy his chances. Still feeling like he might pick up a kill on the, you know, maybe pick up an exit, but round's done. Syman Gaming, they bounce back in style, and with that, ESPADA's money's once more in the bin.
That's unfortunate. Not the greatest of starts coming in from ESPADA. Although Syman, I think they're always a relatively proficient Overpass team. I think even back in their old editions without like completely different roster, Syman just seems to play this map. And obviously you can't really look at the stats that way, but sometimes, you know, if there's 1 or 2 players remaining on a team, you can see a lot of skill go that way. I think Hellraisers are a team that constantly tried to make Dust 2 work. No matter what team Angel managed to have, it would always be Dust 2 just coming in. That's the map we're working on straight away. We're incorporating that into our map pool. And even the times when Hellraisers didn't even look good on Dust 2, he just kind of still forced it down the throats of players and just made it happen. But I think Overpass has always been one that I've attested to the organization of Syman. Every time I see them, they just seem to always have this map in their pool.
A little bit of a quick update. Virtus Pro have beaten Na'Vi 2-0. So that happened. Yes, Counter-Strike's a wild ride, man. And honestly, deep down inside, I think we all love it. Comes the play from the CTs. The lovely nade on the dome of Thoughtfake. Down to 2 HP. Now Kevlar obviously meaning that he's very susceptible to the utility damage. As Kriaz finds Thoughtfake. Dima is trying to spot something out. Malta's going to flush him out. Beautiful pickup from Nealon. That should be the round here. The AWP is all the way towards the A-bomb side, and Dexter should be trying to hold on to that. There's no need for him to over-aggress and try and go for any pickings. And Syman's going to win a round very, very cleanly. Haven't lost a single player yet. Unless Patsy finds something, this should be a flawless round coming in for Syman Gaming. A much better showing here early on than what we saw on the in the latter half of Mirage.
Syman Gaming not losing to the Pistols. What a day this is. A day to rejoice, Blair. The Pistols haven't really done anything.
Yeah, for now.
For now, yeah.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, all right? Let's not do this. Let's not jinx it. Let's not tempt
We do
the
have a
eco-gods.
tendency to do that, don't we?
Yeah, it's like we particularly seem very cursed with our words.
Not as
Patsy?
cursed as Henry last night.
Oh, that was, oh man, I got blue balls watching that. I was
That
like,
was so funny. Oh, dude.
Give me what you got, kid. And like,
Just like that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Luckily, we haven't had that yet.
yeah, I don't know what really happened there, but a good win for Gen G. I mean, good revenge matchup, right? Especially for Daps, and a very, very close game indeed. I'm really enjoying this Gen G team. Yeah, they're not winning convincingly, but slowly but surely, you're starting to see them kind of, the pieces fall into place. Kusa really kind of coming into his own. Bented being, I'm personally very, very like relieved that Bented didn't crap the bed like Machine Gun did when he moved to NA, right? He really has been, he's not necessarily, being the star that was in Tyloo, but I think he's fulfilling his role. I think that's more than he has to do under Daps' leadership. And Automatic as well, slowly but surely, he's starting to see glimpses of the Automatic of yore, right? He's looking so good with the AWP right now. And yeah, they're not winning like super convincingly against like the top NA teams, but they're definitely showing signs of being a dangerous team. And I want to see more of them on LAN once this entire Corona situation kind of goes away.
Yeah, I just can't wait till LANs come back. I think, unfortunately, for a lot of teams, I think especially G2 and Navi, we're seeing this be like the worst time possible. Everything finally clicks for Simple. A team that's looking unbeatable. A team that's literally destroying the likes of Astralis, making them look amateur. And they go and the only LAN they managed to win is Katowice. Huge LAN, but no crowd. And then, unfortunately, after that, there hasn't been any LAN. So, yeah, we've been in a pretty sticky scenario for Navi. I just hope when we get out of this situation that Navi somehow continue that form. I think it's going to be very difficult to do so, but I want to see them somewhere near that level.
Yeah, it really felt like, after Katowice, if the LANs had continued, I feel like, I don't think we'd have seen a reign of Navi because everyone else is looking so very good, but it just feels like, what was that from Dexter? Just like running out, no flashes, nothing? Just a dry peek that late? That's just weird. And they get punished for it. And it's a 5v4. Flashbang is good. Krias actually doesn't get blinded. I think he managed to dodge it perfectly, but he will get taken down. Here comes a hit coming in towards B, Dinko. Dima smokes himself off. A little too late because Northland is wasting no time. Here's a death machine just pushing in. And a flank coming in the form of Patsy, but there's so much to do. Smoke still keeping him at bay. Bomb yet to be picked up. So Patsy's probably wondering right now, what's going on? Why haven't they got the bomb down? But the 2v4 definitely firmly favoring Syman. And look at the flank coming in as well, all the way from behind. This is not looking good at all for Syman.
Well, the Molotov is going to go in towards the sandbox. That's going to force Patsy into the open. And Ikeos are on the back line. It's going to get an easy kill on towards Finnegan. That is it, 6-1. Oh, this is just a nightmare scenario for ESPADA. Take a look at the money in this round. It's even going to be pretty shabby, so they're going to have to go for a little half investment. A couple of pistols, a little bit of Kevlar sprinkled in, but Syman just continuing to rain terror upon them. And the money is starting to build exponentially. It's going to be unbreakable in the next few rounds here if this continues. And Syman not really tested too much, not really having too many issues. This is the kind of performance I want to see from this team consistently. We know it's possible. We know they have the individuals to do it, but it's just finding consistency and stopping those mistakes from coming through a lot of the time, a lot of those questionable decisions.
Finally, pick does go with Dexter. This is a hero op buy coming out from Dexter. They haven't gone for full investment. It's just the op buy, just equalizing the money out and just marching towards long. Making a lot of noise. Patsy's there. He has been quite something with the Deagle. Gonna avoid it. Tries to go for the Deagle spam. But Dexter, he's just everywhere right now. 3 kills to Dexter. The 1 op. Making it all work. Now Kriaz and Neelan left. Neelan not really blinded with that flashbang, and Finnegan continues to take the fight. Kriaz, what? The door was closed, but he immediately peeks out. Thoughtfig, where was he looking the wrong way? And suddenly thrown around again. It's a 4v2.
Oh, that's
Dexter should get the kill. Oh no!
That's
He misses
unfortunate.
the sitter. That is unfortunate. He misses the sitter. It's all in Dima. Inside a water pit. He's got a deagle. He's got a lot to do, and he falls. Kriaz and Dexter all on him. He just
What is that, dude? That was risky. Nearly burns himself alive, but embracing his inner dragon force to the fire and flames, and while 7-1 on the board, Syman Gaming up in the hands of Mo. They will continue to have that through alongside the AKs. ESPADA, well, a little bit of signs of life there. You know, when if they were on life support, they would see a little beep beep, and then it would kind of just go flat again. But that is still a good positive sign. There might be a little bit more beeps going in here for ESPADA.
Hopefully. I get a small little mistake, so it's a 4v2. The rest of you got your teammates, they're in eco. And I forgot who it was. Was it Finnegan? I forgot who it was, but the player was facing towards long after he picked up the AK-47. There's no need. You face him once, you realize you're not even going to get the kill on him. He's not really blinded. He's got the cover of the tree and the rock. Your entire body's exposed. Fall back. It's fine. Maintain the man advantage. The two-man advantage, in fact. And ESPADA, despite the heroics of Dexter, it just kind of falls flat again. That could potentially have been around going their way. That would have been great for them. They would have got an extra couple of guns. It would have been 2-6, and they could have started mounting a comeback. Instead, it's 1-7. They have the buy-in, but again, money in the bin.
Boost coming up. Norbert with a teammate on his head. Looking over in towards the B-bomb side. It's going to be Patsy who takes away Mo. A man advantage now in play for ESPADA. Now, a problem I seen actually on Mirage that became quite consistent is ESPADA, even when finding an opening kill, would sometimes just completely fall flat. So, I have to try and up that percentage of win rate after getting the initial kill. Well, there's the trade kill already from Norbert. A follow-up coming through. That's a good double. And unfortunately, it continues the reign of terror of Norbert. 3 kills picked up. And Norbert, well, it wouldn't usually be a name that strikes fear into the hearts of men, but in this run, yes.
The best of names, the best of games. Patsy just pushing out. He does get vengeance for his fallen comrades, but Neelan with the quick double.
I love how Kios just looks so disappointed. He had a sick flank coming in. He just not even needed. Yeah,
Why have you done this? Why have you done this, guys?
Yeah, you know, Norbert, yeah, gets the first 2 kills, right? That's good. Then follows up with another huge headshot. Oh god, that was a full buy as well, Blood. That was everything. And an advantage coming in for ESPADA. Oh, this is just horrible for them. Looking like a 9-1 on the board here for Syman if they could just take this one over the line as well. They're having no issues, no signs of stopping. ESPADA basically don't even have any walls of defense up at the moment. They're like a padlock and Syman are a sledgehammer.
Take a breather and just realize that it's 8-1 and should be a 9-1 here for Syman. On the T side of Overpass. That doesn't happen that often. Pass is running up, but the Molotov is going to keep him at bay. Krias makes his escape. And Syman now just throwing things down. Norbert finds Dima. There's still a player underneath the ladder, so they're going to be a little worried about that. But Syman have looked good so far. They haven't really had any holes in the way to approaching this. Any potential weaknesses or weak spots being plugged immediately. A fast pace being set towards long. This is a classic anti-eco play coming out from Syman now. Prias waiting for Patsy to check the corner. He should, and he does. He gets a kill, but on 18 HP, falls. He should fall on back. Just save the AK-47 for the next round. And money on the team is not that great, even now, even despite this eco. Hit is definitely on. They definitely know where the T's are making the way towards. The 2 CTs perched towards short. They could present a problem here, Dinko, but it is unlikely.
Oh, there we go. Dexter catching out Norbert. 3v3. 30 seconds left. T-side with a bomb site. And O'Neillan is going to be the front man just beyond the dice box. But Solfig is going to hear those digits being punched in. It's on his side, but he doesn't make the risky play. He doesn't swing into the open. The AWP was waiting for him anyway, so that would have been almost confirmed death. Well, Syman certainly looking like a 9th round on the board. The 2 AKs having to be saved on over. It's going to be Keels catching Dexter. That's one of the AKs gone. Now Solfig trying to make a bit of a risky play. Moving forward in towards the site. going to drop as well. Patty gets the deagle headshot. Now it's just save time. You just got to get that AK into the next round too. You have Kevlar as well. We're going to try and carry it over. Patsy, at least he'll have that, but it's 9-1 for Syman. And again, it just keeps on ticking over for Syman. At least they made it somewhat close there, ESPADA.
Yeah, doesn't matter though. 9-1 for Syman Gaming, especially with the fact that their money is still very, very solid indeed, despite losing a few players. Like 2 players over 10. I think they had 3 players over 10k there. That's a ridiculous amount of money. 9-1, and they haven't shown anything on the CD side. I gotta wonder why they allowed Overpass through, because the CD side is so lacking.
Well, tactical timeout for ESPADA. I think it's pretty clear as to why it's coming through. Syman Gaming, they can buy for a very long time now. ESPADA have shown that they're the kings of comebacks though in regulation. Not like it mattered too much, although Barrage unfortunately would have been the same income anyway. But 9-1 for Syman. Looking for double figures in this round. Again, because ESPADA have to invest so much into this, they're going to have nothing in reserve. So if Syman win this, it'll be, again, pistol armor for ESPADA next round. Unless they get a few kills across the board, then they might be able to buy. But even at this point, like we were saying, it is just all about round wins.
Yeah, at this point, forget everything else. You just need a few rounds here. I still believe that ESPADA do have a chop to kind of might come back, and this is much better from them. A little bit of aggression. Ooh, Dima does a lot of damage. It inflicts quite a bit of pain into Neil and Norbert. Not quite able to convert, but that's fine. It's a 4v3. Almost a 4v2 looking at the health remaining on the Syman players. I don't know. I'm not over-aggressing anymore. Okay, go for the default hold. Smoke. A little too late though. Norbert's going to be pushing on up. Krias following closely behind. They're going to be creeping up. Spot the offer out, and a beautiful work. You saw it. Fake long spray from Nealon, but Finnegan will find him, and that's going to be round number 2 for ESPADA after what has felt like almost forever. They won the 4th round, and now they've won round number 11. They need to streak and go on streak and get the final 2 rounds here, Dinko. They need at least like 5 to 6 rounds to at least defend, or else this one's done. This one's just like done and wrapped, and Syman pretty much can close this one out very comfortably once they switch over onto the CT side.
Well, Syman going to be charging straight away. It's Mo charging up in towards the playground area. Patsy's going to be getting aggressive. It's going to be Mo! What a kill. Dexter going to be picked off. Now Patsy looking to line them up. It's a good double. Nealon and Keo is both gone. And now Mo trying to swing into the open with a Glock. But it's Patsy taking him down as well. Big round from Patsy. It's all onto Norbert. What a play from Patsy. Just so aggressive in towards top middle. And
He's
there it is. That's the 4K. He doesn't stop. Now ESPADA. That's a sign of life that you love to see.
About damn time. Finally waking up. Syman Gaming now probably just stopping the tracks for a second. They're like, alright, okay, we have a fight here. Patsy definitely was a force to be reckoned with on Mirage, especially on the CD side. More on the defensive side, and this time, even though he's on the CD side, he's just aggressing, taking the fight to Syman Gaming. But as a realist, Dinko, the question has to be asked. Is it going to be enough? Might it be a little too late here? Because it was 9-1. Now 9-3. Syman have decided to slow things down a tad little bit. And so have ESPADA. Initial flurry of action in the previous couple of rounds, and now they slow things down once more. Patsy, quite a devil indeed in the previous round. Is going to be pushing up a little bit furthermore. Dexter's there, and this time around Nealon's waiting for Patsy to peek around the corner. He's going to pluck his head clean off his shoulders.
Oh, nice kill from Mo. He's going to catch out Sotfik, and now we're into a 5 versus 3. A 2-man advantage in place for the T side, and Nealon is going to keep running forward, cutting through the defense as he goes. Molotov clearing the close corner of the car. It's Finnegan and Dima looking to do their best, but ESPADA realize the save call is the best that they can do. And it's going to be 10-3 on the board now with Syman. looking good. That's another good reply. You know, Patsy, big individual play. I talked about it the other day. When you have these kind of plays and you're basically not winning anything else, but an individual steps up, completely unsustainable. Not a way you can rely on to win round after round. So, Syman exploit their weaknesses again and continues to just move forward with rounds on the T side.
Even this round, right? Like, you saw Patsy aggress further. You saw Sophic and Dexter the way he got taken down. Were there any trades? No, there weren't. Everyone were just kind of acting individually. It was different from what we saw in the previous round, where when they have a plan in mind to aggress, they work wonderfully together. But once they decide to re-aggress, you need to work in tandem. You need to, like, cross in a flashbang, you know, work in pairs. So even if you get taken down, at least a trade. But Syman gave me, they get 3 separate 1v1s. And that too not by them pushing in, just by catching ESPADA trying to re-aggress with no utility usage and no teamwork or coordination for that matter. Penultimate round coming in, Dinko, and yeah, they've gone for the full invest. They do have the money, so that's alright. Dual op setup coming out. This time it's Finnegan as well, wielding the Zoom banger, and let's see what he does with it.
Well, let's see. Anything up the sleeve for ESPADA would be much appreciated. And now Syman are going to start moving forward. It's going to be Dima waiting for it. It's going to be Mo with the kill. Dima picked off. And now, well, a man advantage in play. It's Finnegan coming in with a big kill. Mo picked off. Now 4v4. And Finnegan looks down the barrel on towards the site. Syman have so much control of this B bomb side, but it's going to be difficult to get back in here for the CT side. You know, you've got a player pushed up in towards Graffiti, 2 inside a water pit, and 1 on the site itself playing further back at Monster. Keo's position is enough to cause problems for ESPADA and disjoint this retake attempt.
Safe.
Yeah, I think I realized that. They just have no avenue back into the bomb side. They have to save over into this next round. So Syman Gaming an 11 on the board already. This is just a nightmare scenario here for ESPADA on map number 3.
4 rounds, well, it's 11 rounds now, and if they at least get the next round, it's going to be 4 rounds, but even then, is it enough? The hunt is on, the Finnegan trying his desperate best to stay alive. He's alone, mind you. There's no teammates nearby to help him out. So be very careful! Doesn't hear Keo's running up, that's another op taken out. That's unfortunate, but they do have the money, so they're going to go for the buy. But, yeah, money doesn't really matter at this point. Right now, it's about at least getting round 4. 4 rounds is still too left to defend. When you switch over to T side or Overpass, where Syman have just looked so good so far. This is just a very different Syman gaming from what we saw in the previous 2 maps.
I think it's also, to an extent, ESPADA just being pretty weak here on Overpass as well. I haven't really seen anything that's given me any sort of confidence on their CT side. Dexter's been hitting, you know, shots every now and then, but even then he's only on 6 kills, so catching out Nealon. There's been chances for ESPADA to win rounds. There has been 2v1s and situations where it's come close, but they just never really get that extra edge that Syman have been taking each and every time. They do get an advantage here though, ESPADA. They have thrown away quite a few of these advantages since they lost a round though. But Saltvic back on the A-bomb site is going to hear Syman coming towards him. 3 players off towards that long position. Molotov's going to deploy and prevent them from moving forward. And that's going to allow a rotation from his teammates to come through.
Problem's the timing. Sophics alone. The Flames keeping his teammates a bit, but great counterpunch is coming out. Sophic, great recovery. Just finds one, but Finnegan, he joins the party, and just like that, ESPADA finally win a round. Pretty convincingly, in fact.
Yep.
And 4 rounds. Will it be enough, though?
Yeah, level 4 at the half. Syman looking indomitable, really. ESPADA scrapped together a few, but it's certainly not enough to make me feel confident moving into the second half. We'll see if they can prove me wrong, though, as we go to a short break and we return for the second half.
She bring me back, not a heart attack could take away all the love I had for you. It bleeds for you, it beats again. Oh, you bring me to life. Oh, you bring me to life. Oh, you bring me to life.
Well, the struggles continue here for ESPADA. Syman Gaming leading 11-4 at the half here on Overpass, the final map of this best of 3 here at ESL 1 Road to Rio.
And I guess it wouldn't be an understatement to say that this is going to be very, very, very hard indeed, and it gets harder. Kiosk!
Oh my.
Okay then. 3k,
Okay.
4k, looking for the ace, and he hasn't taken a single point of damage. It's all on Sotvik, and I think Kios is ready. He's aware he wants that ace, and his teammate's going to give it to him. Kios with a beautiful, beautiful pistol round from the man. Doesn't take a point of damage, and I do believe those are all 5 headshots.
That is nuts from Kios. That connector hold coming in immediately just dispels any attempt from ESPADA into the pistol, but then has the cojones to go on for the last 2. That is huge. 12-4. Syman Gaming, 4 away from victory. Deagle Buy coming in from ESPADA. We're starting to get into the final few rounds, I think, here, Blythe. It's not really looking great for ESPADA whatsoever. We'll see if they can bring something into this round. It's just Eagles. We know pistols can be good for the CIS teams, but in these last few rounds, even the first half, they weren't exactly at the same level.
Oh, indeed. Like, this is just a complete stomping. And bear in mind, if there was a tiny little chance, a tiny glimmer, a tiny little hope for ESPADA to grind it back, it was winning the pistol round. And then, you know, trying to slowly grind their way back into this game. But Kios says no. And just completely, utterly, just smashes whatever little hope they had. Norbert. Ooh, a little bit messy there, but Mo is gonna get taken down. No, he survives for a second, but he'll finally fall. Nealon doing the job of getting the kill. Kios should be careful, but he's feeling it. He is definitely feeling it right now. There we go. Double K for him. Well, it's gonna be 13-4.
You know, ESPADA get a few rounds towards the end of that first half, and then we come into the second here with ESPADA just getting absolutely destroyed. It's almost like Syman says no, and ESPADA just getting nothing done. We'll see a couple of Deagles Tech 9s being brought into play, but again, Syman should be having a really easy time with things. I think it's, at this point, it's just making sure they cross their T's, dot their I's, get this round in the bag, and make sure that they smoothly sail into a 14th.
And also for Syman Gaming, I love the kill spread. It's very equal amongst all the players, apart from, you know, obviously Kios looking a little bit better because of the the pistol round ace. Norbert, meantime, having no trouble, just dispatching everyone. Is this gonna work? No, he can't get the bomb down. There's no way he gets the bomb down. This is a classic go A, I plant B. He's actually gonna get the bomb down. It works out.
There we go. The classic you go A, I go B strategy of playing.
Wait, what if he was looking the wrong way though?
I mean, there's literally nowhere else the bomb could be there. Is he examining the crime situation here? He's like, what, how does this happen?
It works out. It works out, and you can hear you can hear the cheers of millions of matchmaking players saying, "I was right. See, I told you guys. You guys go A, I go B. I get the bomb down. We win round easy, but of course, you gotta win the round."
That's the classic matchmaking IGL strat right there. I remember actually, I went into a global game not too long ago. Actually, I think it was 2 days ago. I played a global game. Some guy decides he's going to step up. He's going to be the in-game leader. So I'm like, okay, this is good. We'll listen to him. I appreciate the effort. And then on the CT side, he's calling rush strategies. I'm like, dude, this is crazy. So yeah, so your average matchmaking in-game leader is not exactly one to follow, but that strat seems to work out here.
Well, I mean, what are professional Counter-Strike players in front of matchmaking globals, right?
Yeah, there's such a large disparity between the global and the pro player. It's unbelievable how the pro player suffers against such an intelligent species.
I remember, I forgot who it was. I forgot which player it was, like, but he tweeted out saying, you know, I haven't faced off as good a player as some of the face at level 10s they face off in pucks.
Dude, it's
And
unreal.
I feel you. I know what you mean. They're so insane.
Hugo, Harry, and I have this like meme when we join a game. We always seem to queue into some of the best Finnish players to ever exist on the planet. And it's literally, it feels like we're playing a team that's better than Ents. And we go in and we just see, okay, Finnish 5-stack, we lost. Like, that's it. We just accept the lose because it's literally...
Why don't they get picked up by Ents then?
I know exactly this. It's not like they're doing so great right now, so maybe head to matchmaking.
Well, they do have Yampi playing for them, and he's had a pretty good debut so far. Although, albeit it's you know, it's not the best of competition. It's online as well.
Yampi's a sick player though. Like,
he's nuts.
The thing is, obviously, the whole situation around him is a little unfortunate. Very young when his decision was made, so I think it's nice that Ents are actually giving him another chance. Obviously, there's very differing opinions, and this is my opinion. But yeah, I think getting him a chance and really seeing what he can do, I think he's a really, really talented young player.
Yeah, I mean, obviously everyone hates cheaters, right? But I do believe that the punishments should fit the crime. And also it should be something which should definitely not be overdone. Like, you know, for example, the IBA power thing, in my opinion, still to this day, I still feel very, very, I wouldn't say angry, but I still feel so bad for them. Because when they got banned, there was no precedent, right? And you can't just set a precedent and say, oh, all right, now,
That's it.
you know,
Well, full ban.
we're just gonna ban him for life now. You can't do that. But Valve move in mysterious ways, so who are we to question the words of our lord? 14-5, ESPADA do win a round, Dinko, while we were rambling along. So, is this a beginning?
No.
Good talk. Good talk.
That's it. Who knows, though? ESPADA did pull off one of the most incredible comebacks to literally not lose a single round. Win a single round, should I say, in overtime. They are a team that tried to tease us a little bit, Black. We thought that was going to be it. ESPADA are going to pull it off. What a hero comeback. They pull it off. They go to overtime, and then they just face, like, straight to the deck. Not even just hitting the deck. Then they got dragged along by Syman while face down on the floor. It's not good. Not a pretty picture. And, well, it seems to continue here. 14-5. We'll see if ESPADA can somehow pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and get back into Overpass. It's round number 20.
If they can actually break the economy here, they win this round without losing too many players, it could give them a couple of extra rounds. Try and delay what looks like will be the inevitable. Yeah, it plays out. The Kios replies back. A little late, but he does get the kill. On to Dima. Passing 28 HP. All the players gathering up towards long. All 3 players. In fact, Patsy's the low player, so he's going to be just spotting towards connected to cut off any rotation taking place from the CTs. But Norbert, he actually wins a deal. Patsy gets taken down. That's big. Now, it's a 3v3. Norbert's on 15 HP, but that's alright. He can fall on back, play it safe. Mo's on the A-bomb side. And I've seen some very spectacular rounds come out from Mo. Oh, the flash is deep. Norbert's ready. Norbert's ready for the trade, but Dexter, he's not missing anything, just taking matters into his own hands, and that's a call for the safer Kios. Don't really fancy his chances. Bomb's gonna go down, and ESPADA, despite everything, Dinko, we might be seeing a couple more rounds here at the very least.
at least pulling the charges back up, you know? Trying to get back into some sort of sense of normality, trying to prevent the complete and utter embarrassment that this would have been. And any sort of respect they can gather back for themselves is definitely a positive. I mean, getting here on the third map, I think the first map was very solid from them. Inferno, getting that done in actually quite convincing fashion. The map pick of Syman. Heading on to Mirage, I feel like a lot of rounds were looking good for ESPADA. They didn't go on a little bit of a loss streak in a certain part of the game. They maybe even potentially could have taken it over the line. And then obviously in overtime, that was just a little bit unfortunate for them. But ESPADA is certainly a team that I think they have good enough pieces. Demon and Saltfake, obviously, I think they used to play for Team Spirit. So they've got quite a bit of experience throughout the CIS region.
Indeed. It's one thing that's curious. What's interesting for me with the Road to Rio team we've seen so far, it's a mixture of the veterans and some of the more unknown entities, right? Of course, there are a few teams like Team Unique where most of them are pretty unknown unless you're very, very familiar with the CIS scene. But it's cool to see. That's the best thing about the majors and the road leading to the majors, even in the minors, right? You find these players, you find these teams who you've never heard of, and you're like, wow, that guy's good. This team has some pretty cool ideas, and that's the entire purpose of the majors. It is a celebration of Counter-Strike. It is an opportunity for everyone, no matter who you are, where you're playing from, who your teammates are. There's that one chance, one opportunity, no mom spaghetti, but one chance to kind of make it, to try and reach the very apex of Counter-Strike. Norbert, walking on up. I think someone heard him. No, they haven't. They're just going to keep pushing on up towards the A bombs, and Sophics going to find himself in a free A site to take. And that is going to be, well, should be round number 7. But with Norbert getting his kill on Patsy and picking up a rifle, this could make things interesting. They have a rifle and an M4 in the hands of Kios as well. It's going to be boosted on up. They won't be expecting this. Bomb
that's so
right in front of
perfect.
him. Not like this.
Oh, well, the flank from Kriaz coming in as well is going to catch Saltfake. And, well, this is crumbling for the T side. It's only Dexter left alone. He'll spray away rapidly trying to take someone down, but no one coming his way. Nothing given up from Syman. Eventually, Kio's across the side, but that pulls his attention away from Nealon, who will take the kill through. And it's 15-6 map point for Syman. And series point as well at that.
Oh no. Oh no, this is not how they want to lose. I mean, let's be honest, it was kind of pretty much confirmed that Syman's going to take this considering the lead they had, but ESPADA showing a few signs, a little bit of signs of life, trying to make the scoreline a little respectable, and then to lose to what was just one rifle and pistols. Getting outflanked, outplayed, and outaimed. And Syman Gaming now, they have the foot in the throat of ESPADA. Just need 5 more kills, 1 more round, this could be it. And it's going to be a fast B play. The Hail Mary play from ESPADA. Op flick, missed by Dexter. Another re-aggression coming out from Kios. He has been spotted out, but he's trapped here in the corner. They're going to peek him out, and they peek him alone. Demon peeks him just why he's lonesome. I'm not sure why they're doing. The nade tossed in. So much damage being dealt out. Op shots miss as well. It's all gone wrong, Denko. And ESPADA now in a 2v5 map and series point for Syman Gaming, and just need 2 more frags to finally put ESPADA out of the misery, because so far this Overpass map has just been misery for them.
It truly has. And well, finally, Syman, I'm going to make sure that it's taken over the line. Saltfake is going to be looking down the tunnel. Keel's on the other end of it. Bullets firing through from Monster. Finnegan trying to make a bit of a play in towards Elon, but Norbert is waiting on the other end of this half wall. And it's not going to be too easy for Finnegan to do anything here, but if he catches Norbert, slide open. He's going to hear those footsteps falling away. Norbert's going to be caught. Good kill from Finnegan. Now they're running towards the A-bomb site. He's going to throw that smoke in towards the bank area. Molotov in towards the top of the stairs and a flash deploying into the air. And Finnegan will swing on towards the site. Molotov putting on towards the stairs, but it's going to be Mo with the kill that shuts it all down. It's going to be 16-6. Syman Gaming will take the series 2-1. Another reverse sweep here in the CIS region.